Good morning everyone, this is Teacher Care, and for today's video we are going to discuss how to teach writing to the students. But before we proceed, let's have some warm up. I want you to read this quote by Tom Allen. Reading is like breathing in, writing is like breathing out. I want you to reflect on this quote as we proceed to the exact or exact discussion. Okay, so reading again is like breathing in. So it means as you are reading, you are acquiring a lot of information. You are gathering data, and it uh, it directly comes into your mind. And in writing, it is like breathing out because you are already writing your thought, your ideas, or how you feel. You put them into words so that's it. Reading is breathing out, or you're exhaling your thoughts through writing. Okay, so I guess you are ready for a discussion. Let's go. Let's define first what is writing. So it is an act of making up correct sentences and reading them through the visual medium as make on paper. It is according to Widowson 1978. And Troika also has contribution to the definition of writing. Writing is a way of communicating a message to a reader for a purpose. The purpose of writing are to express oneself, to provide information, or to express oneself. I'm sorry, it's or, not R. To provide information for one's reader and to persuade one's reader and create literary works. So, writing has been part of our life since we entered school. Since kindergarten, we are already taught by our teacher how to write our names, how to write numbers 1 to 10, and 1 to 100. We are already taught how to write alphabet from A to Z. So it's always been part of our life. Are you still following? Please give me a thumbs up. Next, we have the types of writing. First, we have the narrative or the storytelling. So the author is just telling the story. You are just telling the story about some unforgettable moments, some unforgettable experiences you have. You're just telling about what happened to your traveling. That's it. Next, you have the descriptive writing. So it is considered as a literary device in which the author uses details to paint a picture with their words. So here the author uses his or her five senses to describe what he wants to describe. And it provides readers with the descriptions of people, how places, objects, and events through the use of suitable details. It's a period there. Next, you have the expository. So it is a type of writing that exposes facts. Um, the author just stating facts based on could be based on research or what he have experienced. That's it. Next, you have the persuasive text. You just have to convince readers to believe in your idea or opinion. It means as an author, you are trying your best to persuade your readers. Just like, for example, you are promoting a cosmetics. So you just have to tell them that it is good for them, that If they use it, they will look more beautiful, they will look more younger, something like that. Okay, now let's talk about the process. What kind of process do you think? Next, we have the processes of writing. So we have here pre-writing, the drafting, the revising, editing, and publishing. Now let's define them one by one. Okay, let's start first with pre-writing. So it is the very first stage of writing. You are just planning what will be the content of your paper, of your writing. And you are just still organizing your thoughts and yeah, plan your research. Or else, if you are already told what by your teacher what will be the topic, you are still thinking what will be the essential information you could put there. So it is pre-writing, the planning stage. Yeah, that's it. Next we have the drafting. Next we have the drafting here. Um, it is writing the words in the paper. So again, you're done planning. So you are now writing it on the in the paper. And then while you are writing, of course, you can find some errors. You can find difficulty how to arrange your idea. So that's drafting. During high school, we are always taught to write essay as the practice. So me myself, I can really say that um, I've been fan of making drafts when I am writing, because here through drafting we can see the improvement. We can see to it that there is improvement in the text we are writing. Next, we have the revising stage. So it is making changes to the writing of draft. So maybe as if you have written the body, the introduction, the body, and the conclusion, but then you missed some things, just like for example what should be included in the body. Then here in the revision stage, um, you are revising your text, you are making it more simpler, you are making it more precise. Alright, yeah, that's it. Next, you have the editing, looking at the sentence carefully. So here in the stage, we are going to take note of the proofreading. Here you are checking the spellings, you are checking some punctuation errors, grammatical errors, something like that. Okay, next we have the publishing. It is sharing your writing with someone else. So here you are ready to share your text. You are ready to make someone read your text. That is already publishing. So it could be your grandfather, your group, or an organization. That's it. Okay, next we have the importance of writing. So, why do you think we write? Is it necessary? Is it essential? Why do we need to write? Why do we need to I mean, why does other people doesn't like writing? Why does other people uh, loves to write? That's it. So, it is a practical means for fixing or consolidating various language components, like how we use the vocabulary, the syntax, how we form words into a sentence, like that. Next, we have it is a means. Writing is a means of reinforcing other skills. So before we write, we have to gather data first or information by observing. So by observing, that's already a skill for us to be developed. That needs development. We still have, before writing, we still have to read, to listen, to talk to others, analyzing, synthesizing, interpreting, and evaluating. So these are skills that needs to be developed. So when we are writing, we are also developing these skills. That's it. So next we have while writers conceptualize and express ideas, their ability to think logically and solve problems is invigorated. So here, I guess you can understand that naman. So of course, if we're thinking of what will be our content, would our readers love it? Would we or can it be, or is it helpful to everybody? Um, uh, we are also thinking if um, is it beneficial to others? That's it. So we are thinking logically of what might be the possible consequences of our written text. Next, writing is an act of thought and a means of learning. So writers write to think, to explore their environment and the world with language, and to discover internalized meanings. That's it. Okay, next of course we have the sub-skills of writing. We have the spelling, word order, appropriate language, arrangement of ideas, coherence, and cohesion, critical thinking, and note-taking. So, spelling, this forming of words from letters. When your teacher told you to spell the in English, of course you can spell T-H-E and not D-A, da. It's the. Okay, next you have the word order, the conventional arrangement in a phrase, clause, or sentence. So there are simplest word order in English, just like the subject verb agreement, the SLVC, the subject linking verb, and the complement. Okay, next we have the appropriate language. Appropriate language. Okay, for a while. It is the suitability of speakers' language. So it means that a speaker's language is suitable or fitting for themselves as the speaker, or our audience and the speaking context and the speech itself. So here the writers need to, it talks about how the writers use appropriate words to describe one thing. Next, we have arrangement of ideas. Uh, Here it is a pattern or the organization of ideas. Next, we have the coherence and cohesion. Cohesion. Oh no. Okay. So, when we say coherence, it is defined as the quality of being logical. Next, while the cohesion, on the other hand, it refers to the act of forming a whole unit. Okay. Next, we have the critical thinking or the rational thinking, note-taking, the practice of recording information. So, I have here. Let me give you some tips. The 5 R's of 5 R's, R's of note-taking. First, we have the record, reduce, recite, reflect, and review. Again, record, it is During the lecture, you are writing all meaningful information legibly. So it means that you are writing you have, what you have, what you have, what you have listened to. And next we have the reduce. Of course, in reduce, after the lecture, you write a summary. You write a summary of the ideas and facts using keywords or um, keywords. Next, you are going to recite. And note taking, recite is also included, reciting. So you have to recite all the information in your own words without looking at the notes on the text. Next, you have to reflect. Think about your own opinions and ideas. Raise questions and record original ideas. Next, so before reading new materials, take 10 minutes to review your older notes. I mean, yeah, skim over the main idea and detail. So that's the 5 hours of note taking. Can you still go further? Oops, you have no choice. Let's proceed. Why do you think writing is difficult? So first, it demands integration of diverse cognitive memory, linguistic, motor, and affective systems, each of which makes its unique contribution to the writing process and the text that gets written. Writers must juggle all these systems simultaneously. So, for me, in my own perspective, I don't find writing difficult. In fact, I love writing. I prefer writing than speaking because in writing you can still organize your thoughts. You have the time to organize your thoughts and then write it on the paper. While in speaking, you are just going to speak and speak while organizing your thoughts. So, in speaking, you have to be more careful to the words you to the words that comes out from your mouth, because for me, I might say words that could offend someone, so that's why I would prefer writing than speaking, and I don't find this one that difficult. I only if you want if you already know how to start your writing, how I how the ideas can be formed, or how to write essay using the introduction, body, and conclusion, the part of the essay, you would not find writing difficult, as long as you're open to um to as long as you're open to write, as long as you are eager to learn how to effectively how to write effectively. That's it. Okay, we're not yet in the main point, and now let's get to the point. Okay, in teaching writing, pre-writing stage, we have to introduce the topic. The teacher have to introduce the topic, introduce and summarize the main writing task, and let the students brainstorm ideas. So, just like for example, if you as a teacher, you want your students to write an essay about their vacation. So you're already giving the main writing task, and it's for this, and it is for the students to brainstorm ideas, to organize ideas. So during writing or while the students writing, so it is already fast writing. In this stage, you tell students to select and reject ideas, sort and order ideas, decide on specific requirements, style, information, layout. Focus on the use of model, plan the text, and get feedback. So prepare drafts and edit. So in fast writing, here you are already guiding the students to select and reject ideas, and yeah, sort and order ideas, and you decide what will be the style and formation of their output, and they should focus on the use of model. There are lots of model, just like for example, they should use past tense of the verb when writing that essay. So that's it. Next you have to get feedback. That's it. Okay. So next, in during writing, we that students are already preparing drafts, and then they are already editing. Okay, in post writing, there you are going to tell the students to prepare their final text, and then you let students read their text in front of the class and discuss the content. In teaching writing, you have to model it. Not just good modeling, but also bad modeling. So here you are going to um, tell students what they should do to write effectively. And as a teacher, when you are doing this modeling, you are also writing some sentences on the board. Just like for example, the colored the bird. So the colored the bird is a wrong grammar. So as a teacher in modeling stage, you are going to, so that's considered as bad models. Then at the same time, you are going to correct that very weird sentence. So that's it. You have to model it. Um, the purpose of this is to let students know that they should um, learn writing because of the standard. Okay. Next, you have to demonstrate it. You show the students the process of writing. I have discussed the processes of writing, so you're just going to let them. I mean, you're just going to decide. I mean, discuss it to them and let them do it. So practice it. So you can't require students to pass a written text immediately without practicing it. Okay? In practicing it, you can just let students write a restricted essay, or restricted essay is there is a limitation of sentences. You can say 2 to 3 sentences in answering a question. That's it. Practicing writing. Next, critique it. In teaching writing, you have to critique the writings of your students. So here, you can comment, you can make comment on how correct the writing is, or if there is some changes to be done or improvements to be done. And I know for sure, and I strongly believe, that feedback is very essential for the growth of the students. Me myself, I really appreciate feedback. So um, soon, if I'll become a teacher, um, every students I want to give feedback for every works of, or every output of the students, because when I was in high school, I believe I had an improvement in English because our teachers are not just giving us the grade of the essay, but also um she she is putting some comments, or else she puts some A plus, A negative, B plus, B negative, and I always get A negative. And I was so happy when, I don't know what year is that, because I got an A plus. And yeah, that's already an achievement. And it made me realize that I can achieve something, and that it also serves as a motivation for me to strive harder. Next, we have to scaffold it. As a teacher, we have to prepare scaffolding activities. In teaching writing, we have to make it collaborative. And we have to move from small to larger sections. Like, ang types of writing. Tapos, processes of writing, that is small to larger sections of discussion. And as I make it more collaborative. So, as a teacher, you should not teach writing nga boring. So, you have to make it interactive, something like that. So that's it. We're done with the discussion. Thank you for listening. I wish you have learned something from me today. Thank you, and God bless everyone. Bye bye.